back to Empire Total War with Darth Mod. Last time around we took over quite a bit of Ottoman territory. We took Athens and we took Istanbul and we took a lot of places. And we're gonna continue. We need to take this, and then I think we're also... I'm not entirely sure if we're gonna march as far as this one, but we're definitely gonna take Baghdad as well, I think. And what I've done is I've taken Diggory Archer, if you remember him. I've taken him from the fort here, of Fort St. George, and I moved him with this navy to the port of, what's it called? Basra. The port of Basra. And then we've moved up to the bridge here next to Kutsarligin, whatever. And we're on the doorstep of being able to attack Baghdad and taking that. So we'll control a lot, and upon that I think we can force the Ottomans into a quote-unquote ceasefire. And yeah, I don't think we're gonna get march as far as taking this. I would have liked to taken this though. Once we've done that, we can deal with the other nations that we are at war with, like the Crimeans. We can go ahead and invade Crimea. Not entirely sure what we're gonna do with that. If we're gonna give it to the Russians, or what we're gonna do. Anyways, I've made all my moves, so what we need to do is we need to end the turn to see what happens. And I don't think I have to tell you anything else really. No. Okay, so what we're looking at right here is a very small battle that occurred, as I believe a small force of Ottomans is trying to retake Serbia. I think there is where I moved that one unit of Lightfoots. We're trying to get these Janissaries to move into my trap. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully the cavalry follows into the spikes. Put my bomb right there. And let's see if they trigger it. Boom! A house falls. Wait, those shots hit the house. No one got killed there, but damn, the bomb just blew up tons of these Janissaries. Come on, open fire, and I want the house to open fire as well. God damn it, men! I mean, we took out maybe half the unit with that bomb. But, I mean, that clearly wasn't enough. Oh, yes. Get inside the building. Ooh. Try to run away. Damn, that explosion, though. We tricked the bastards. Enemy general was killed. Good. That's a good thing to happen. Damn, that was I like that so much. That was so nice. We skirmished a bit with them. We draw them in through this gateway, and then they moved in with the bomb, and then boom, we blew up like the entire fucking street. God damn it. Let's get back here somewhere. And then what I've done is I put my men in the houses to protect them from the cavalry, more or less. So we got 400 militiamen in each one of these town halls, and I believe that's going to be more than well enough to keep the Ottoman soldiers at bay. I'd hope though that the cavalry would ride onto these spikes. Maybe they did. A few horses here. Yeah, it looks like there are a few horses here actually. So they just hit the very edge there. Right. Hold here, open fire, and then they will get flanking fire from the house. But not a lot. General and staff as ordered. Oh crap, they've got the cavalry coming in. Open fire if you please. Before the... Okay. The cavalry is coming for us. I order you to get inside the building. Officer, get that general inside. Cover the general. Nice. He managed to get away. And the cavalry is now trapped in between the two houses. However, these guys are trying to charge in. Oh, now they're leaving. They're wavering. They shattered the bomb and everything else. The fact that the generals were dead was too much for them. And so they're running away. The Israelis are the ones that are holding. Let's see, someone's falling back here as well. Oh, it's our men that fall back after fighting the Azars. The Azars lost 30 men. Our unit lost quite a lot, but there's still quite a lot left of them. Not very good. Not very good outcome there. Still holding on to the town though. And as we can see here, unfortunately, my men were defeated. Probably should have had a general commanding them. We did significant damage. But unfortunately, Serbia is back in the enemy's hands. And here we can see 350 enemies were killed. And yeah, Serbia fell into the hand of the enemy. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to hold this either. And I think I'm out for us all. And here we're back after the end of the turn. So Pleasure Garden has been sabotaged. Successful mission by someone. Trade route raided by the Ottomans. Where is this? This is off the coast of Madagascar, I think. Single ship. Recruitment. A lot of troops have been recruited. Enemy raid in Beirut. Construction report. Region lost. The thing is, someone commented on not the latest one, but not the latest video of the one before this one, because I haven't released that one yet at this point, but the one before that, and he was like, why haven't you released Serbia yet? Well, clearly the region wasn't stable enough, as I already said, and that's why I was waiting to see who I would release, or how I would, go about releasing. A lot of the missionaries are dying now from old age. The female soldier, following the disappearance of her husband and the death of their daughter, Mrs. Hannah Schnell, dressed in clothes borrowed from her brother-in-law, and joined the Royal Marines at Portsmouth as a man in 1747. Having sailed to the Indian Ocean in 1848, she fought and was wounded 11 times in the leg and groin after being strafed by shot. Somehow she managed to avoid revealing her true gender to her colleagues until arriving back in London, where, with their encouragement, she sold her story to Robert Walker, the publisher. After approaching the Duke of Cumberland in St. James Park and regaling him with her adventures, Hannah secured her army pension from the Royal Chelsea Hospital. Now her story has been published as The Female Soldier, leading to further public attention and appearance on the stage in her Marine uniform. Now she rightly intends to retire to run a tavern called The Female Warrior, no less. Building sabotaged, trains gained, raided, so forth, and construction report, yes. But not a lot besides that happened, but of course it's quite a major loss to lose both Bosnia and Serbia, and especially to such a small force. The problem why I didn't have more troops here was I was recruiting the light Hessians, but the thing is, They are of course not local to the region, so the port needed to be functioning to bring in those troops, and when the Ottomans raided that port, I wasn't able to recruit men, and I did not realize that until too late, and so we only had one extra unit there, and those 2 units. Still, we're holding on to the more important parts, as we're holding on to Constantinople. And one more here, and then we should be ready with all these troops. And what I've gone ahead and done is I'm starting to recruit garrison guards to be able to hold this down. And over here we have recruited normal line infantry to hold down Athens. And then I guess we can use these guys as well to push forwards and reclaim the lost regions. Right now we're gonna see about attacking this. I thought maybe the full stack here would march on us, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh, he went the other way then. And then we got quite a force preparing to attack outside of Damascus. Quite a huge force. We need to take care of this by attacking out and dealing damage to those guys. And then we can see about taking back, laying Baghdad under siege. We have quite the advantage over the enemy here, so I think what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and auto-resolve this one. Glorious victory! Only losing 2,000 men. And Baghdad is now under our control. Make sure to replenish these troops, and these troops can now make their way back through here, attacking the other enemy forces. Anyways, we've got that done. This will probably have to be its own battle video, so that will be after this one. We got this battle right here, and we've got the one in Greece, and those are the ones we're going to focus on. Then we're going to have the mop-up of this in the next episode together with maybe this. Or maybe this should be the main point, and then afterwards I can mop up. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and have this Scottish infantry. They wasn't fully replenished. Maybe I should bring with the line infantry. Or maybe the Scots can handle it on their own. I think they might just be able to do that. Oh, the enemy has a lot of cannons. We don't have any. So it might be well to bring up that reinforcements. No, well, as he says, the swine will rot in the stein. We will attack without anything more than just the men we have. Let's go ahead and autosave and attack our enemies. Not a lot of troops, so I was able to set this up rather quickly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have the cavalry, all of it, on this side, together with the general, swing around and attack the enemy over there, while the infantry is going to advance rather quickly right up here. You know what? Maybe I should know. I was thinking there's impassable territory here, quite a lot of it. But I think this is probably the best way to advance. Right. We're ready. Let's go ahead and start off. Oh, the enemy started over where the cavalry is. Get marching, soldiers. And then the cavalry is going to have to advance through here. And we need to start moving before the enemy cannons start opening fire too much upon us. Oh, they're moving them. So howitzer unit and a normal cannon. They've got more cannons coming in though as support, so we're gonna be wary about that. The thing is, our heavy cavalry is very good, and I imagine, we probably can't take on pikemen. But we probably can definitely take on their cavalry. These guys will try to bypass and hit the back of the enemy. Pistols! Let's see if we can hit the back of their army formation. You know what? Firing pistols like that is not really gonna work, is it? Strike the enemy! General will continue around. Let's see, we want to keep away from the enemy pikemen, which there are a lot of. The heavy cuirassiers are in quite bad positions. But we're keeping the enemy occupied. Crap, that unit's taking heavy damage. Let's see if I can get the general around. We're probably going to need these guys to run to quickly get around here. This unit probably needs to be sent away or sent off. This one's... Oh, look at that, how they sort of swarm soldiers with the... You know what? Fall upon these. And then together try to move through here instead. Right, the general is moving around, moving on to the hill. See if we can get... It's going to take a while before the infantry gets here. Let's see, these guys are continuing to fight. These guys, they're having a bad time, but they're going to have to stick it... they're going to have to continue being there. Right, we had the line infantry first. The line infantry needs to come. And then the grenadiers needs to come. Just to run into position here. General's gonna hide there. Right, now I've set that. Concentrate more on the cavalry. Oh, we're continuing to chase them, and we seem to be winning against those. This unit is still holding in there. You know what? Go turn around and get that cannon. For some reason the enemy is stupid enough to keep moving the cannons around. These cavalry units have lost a lot of men. Let's see if we can pull them back. And right now we got... If we can get maybe the cavalry to mess up the enemy cavalry. We're just causing confusion among them, among their lines. Right. Gonna pull off the cavalry over there. And these two cavalry units just gonna fight here. At least it kept the enemy busy. Oh, we didn't actually kill any of those cannons. Look at how crappy this cannon position is there. And our units are coming up. Oh, we lost quite a lot of men there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get the normal line infantry. If we can get them to march up, deal with that unit. And then the grenadier units, they will continue towards here. These guys will come back, get the horsemen. How many? 28. That's not a lot, but they actually broke the armed populace. So the Scottish line infantry right here, are they ready to deal with these guys? The sword infantry, they're not willing really to take the fight here, which seems strange. While the grenadiers are now able to take the high ground. I'm gonna line them up along here. And our cavalry is gonna deal damage to these guys. Scottish line infantry have broken these men. This unit will continue and make sure that these guys do not come back. And then these guys will now march over there. Get the cavalry going over here. The cuirassiers was sent away, unfortunately, but they did the job holding the enemy at bay, so our line infantry could get in position. Grenadiers coming into position right here. We got cannons moving away here. It's those cannons right down there. Howitzer shot not really being able to do any damage anymore because we're too close. Oh, there's the reinforcement cannons. You know what? Where's the general? General, I've got a task for you. Chase down those bastards. Right, these guys were sent off, so you don't need to deal with them anymore. And we sent off this unit as well. It's shattered. Cavalry can now move to over here to see about... Oh yeah, those cannons are not really in any position to deal damage to us. The Highlanders have done their work. And... oh crap, they're shooting canister at us. Usually clever by the AI. Right, we need to move up and deal and shoot that down. These two will get up to here, and then these two can get further up. See how close to the cannons we can get. Where's the general? General, get those bloody artilleries. And then the Highlanders, Highlander infantry will march and be ready to line up here. Canister flying. This unit is the closest one. You know what? We'll hold you right there. Just shoot that unit down. Get rid of it. And then you can withdraw. And as we have the high ground and the enemy has a lot more... Ooh, the armed populace here is not happy about being fired upon by the Scotsmen. And they decided to... yeah, it's probably best to go home. The enemy cannon units were sent away. You know what? Just looking at the enemy units, they seem to be almost routing. So we will press our advantage and continue forwards. Brave Scots, march forwards. Yeah, the armed populace. Let's make sure that the armed populace does not come back by sending the cavalry after them. Let's see, the general, have you gotten the cannons yet? Oh, they're just gathering them up outside of town hall. It's just pikemen. There's one unit of Israelis though. Move up, and then I want you guys to move up as well. Deal with these bastards. Cavalry, make sure that the armed populace does not come back. Right, we've got the pikemen coming on. But I think just sustained, good, old sustained musket fire will shatter them. The Israelis know the game is up. And they formed square because the pikemen are giving way. That means that we can advance upon the enemy, get closer up there, get closer to the square, and encircle it. Chase down those pikemen. And that unit has run away, so continue to chase the pikemen. General, I told you to get those bloody guns. Now do as I say and kill those guns. The square's being fired upon. almost gonna say from all sides, but there we go. Now the general is killing off the bloody cannons. And we got the cavalry chasing down all of these men. And now the Israelis give way as well. The garrison Israelis. And the general's dealing with the cannons. And there is no other enemies. There's one I can see on them. Oh, there we go. We are victorious. And here we have the statistics of the battle. Only 22 enemies remain. We lost 579 men. All units intact. Very good. And we have now secured the entire Greek peninsula. And then we'll see about starting to transform this region. And once we get more men out here, we can march up, deal with these. See maybe if I can... Did we get... No, we didn't get the garrison infantry just yet. Otherwise I could have sent them out here to support this one. He's gonna get one more unit there. I might... Maybe I should recruit a general just to hold this down. Maybe that's too much right now. We need to still hold this town to make sure that not all the forces here come down upon us. This fight I was gonna wait with, but we're gonna have to fight this one. And this could be a little bit more tricky, because as I recall, the Royal Irish wasn't that good. Very simple setup for this one as well. We got the 2 militia units on the walls. We're gonna man those and fire cannons from there. Then we got the Royal Irish split in 2 units. 3 units over here, 3 units over here, and off we go. Right, we got the entire enemy force down there, so we can move this force because it's not gonna do any damage from over there. So what they can do is they can run all the way over here. See if we can drag this out. No, we can't drag it out any further. And then we're gonna get out the Royal Irish through the 2 gates. Looking at this, we've got a sharp, it's flat, and then we got a sharp downturn. It actually slopes upwards to this point and then goes down to where the enemy has made their position, which is almost entirely made up of cavalry. There's only one line infantry unit. There might be a hidden line infantry unit over there. Cannon shot's gonna do a lot of damage bouncing through all these cavalry units. We'll see though, can the Irish form yeah, they can form square. Otherwise that could have been a nasty surprise for us. Right, Royal Irish. These guys have made it out. The militia regiment is moving to take up the cannons over there. These guys have made it out. Time to form the line. It's gonna be just across like so. Boom. March into your positions. Surprised the enemy has not actually moved and reacted, because I mean it would be better to strike the Royal Irish while they were still split off into 2 units than to wait when they're in one line, or maybe even till I cross this threshold here and march down to start shooting at them. You know what? It's probably better if we actually take control of these guns right here. Not all cannons are firing, but the more we control closer to this side, the better. This is the last cannon here, so I might want to move these guys a bit further so we get to use these 2 cannons as well. So what we'll do is we'll put it right there. Let's see if that changes it, because all these guys over here does not really do anything. So hopefully they'll use these 2 cannons as well. Troops slowly getting in line. Let's go ahead and speed this up a bit. We're taking control of these guns. And yes, now we've got a lot better spread on the guns. We got this gun going, this gun going, this one, this one, this one, this one. This one they haven't taken control of yet, but they really should. Okay, so it doesn't... Oh wait, we got a guy running there. Oh, where did he go? Come on, take up this gun. Well, it's kind of... Some of the forts, I really feel that are kind of badly positioned. I mean, on this side, it's sloping down, which is good, because then you got clear overview. But attacking, you know, coming from this side, was kind of hard maybe to dig away all of this, but probably better to place the fort up on this, all the way up here, maybe. Since you got this natural curve which enemies can move up and hide behind. Right, advance the main force. So far the enemy hasn't been able to see our troops. Oh, they see these guys. But as they stand down here, they'll see, almost like in those movies when the Indians come over the top of the hills. Oh, look at that! What's this? There's Irish as far as the eye can see. What a calamity! Hide our potatoes! There's so many of them. Where did they all come from? Bloody Irish. I didn't know there was that many Irish. Right, we're gonna have to advance about, I imagine, roughly about there. Will be where we can actually lay down fire upon the enemy. I wonder what the Ottomans are thinking right here. They're just standing, taking shot. This side constantly been taking cannon shot, being blasted to pieces. This unit has almost lost half its men. These camel riders. Oh, now they're starting to move a bit. Okay, we're gonna have to move up a little bit before we can fire. So about maybe there is where we need to go. Cannon shots coming in. Right, the enemy, since they are prepared, will fire first. So we know we're in range. Oh, these guys are gonna actually move up a bit. If you guys were a bit too eager, are they going to move up even further? look at all that fire that came down. And now the battle have commenced. The Royal Irish Regiments are giving it all they've got. And the enemy is still holding back their cavalry. They're only pushing them up to skirmish a bit. And their only line infantry unit is still just... I mean, they're not supporting the line infantry at all, really. I mean, now they're marching. Oh, now they're charging. Form squares! Form the squares! We've got the Royal Mamluks attacking here. They were the ones to call the charge. And then we got the camels and everything else pulling up together with the infantry as well. The squares must hold if we are to live this day. The squares don't have fire at will in this, so they'll only fire when everyone's in ready position and when everyone's loaded. So it's unlike Napoleon, where they all will fire at will, which probably would have been a lot better for us. Because right now, not a single square is firing. It's the center square that's being attacked the most. You know what? These guys can drop square and fire down like that. This one can drop square as well, because it's getting torn to pieces, and it can fall back to open fire. This square, however, needs to hold. These two squares do not need to hold. This one can drop square, and this one can move like so, and this one the same. Mamluks attacking from the flank. Possibly. Not just yet, but soon. Heroic death. Our general was killed, or our commander. Whatever rank he was, whatever rank he held. It wasn't a general's rank. The Royal Irish are beating the enemy back. The main square is holding. Oh, you're just out of range to fire. Both units are actually just out of range to fire. Move up and open fire upon them. They're being broken here. It's only these Mamluks that are left. Turn to face them, and you as well. And then you will come to there and face the Mamluks as well, and then you will march there. These two units skirmishing with the Kurdish hillmen. Doesn't seem to be going terribly well for the Irish dealing with the Kurdish hillmen. They're shaken and tired, so maybe they'll run just from that. We still have 160 of these Mamluks that we need to deal with. Keep going into our flank, but not actually attacking. So I'm not entirely sure what their plan is. I'm wondering if why the castle isn't firing upon them. Not a lot of these guns are actually manned. What if I tell you to fire then? What if I tell you to fire on the Mamluks? Will you man the guns and fire on them? Now they're behind this unit. But still, they're not attacking. Just wait, turn the unit around. Oh, what they're doing now. Come on, fire before they get into melee. Damn it. Form square. Turn upon them. Okay, those bloody hillmen, we're not gonna deal with them this way. Get bayonets going. Right, the Mamluks was sent away. Now it's only the hillmen that are left. It's the 91st Regiment of Foot of the Royal Irish Regiment. Into the breach, man! And the hillmen are routing before we could close, which probably was the best for them because we're outnumbering them 2 to 1. Is it the Mamluks that are back? The enemy general was killed. Yeah, the Mamluks are attacking that unit over there. Let's give the hillmen a farewell present. And we are victorious. And here we have the statistics. We lost 500 men. The enemy lost most of their force. God damn it, there's still some left. Means we can go ahead and replenish those units. Region captured. Let's see, I thought... Is that us down to... 30... No, it must be 137. I don't think we lost that many men. And I think this will be it for this episode. We had those 2 battles, and then for the next one, we'll see about if we're going to attack here, or if I'm going to try to... No, we need these regions as well. We can't leave those in Ottoman hands. Or unless I can persuade... Maybe I can persuade Austria to declare war. Oh, they don't have that option in Empire, that you can persuade nations to go to war with nations. Which is unfortunate, because otherwise I could have gotten the Austrians to go in and take these, and I wouldn't have to do that. Of course, the Austrians still, even after I go ahead and, you know, make these nations free these nations, Austria is probably going to eat up a lot of them, except for the Greeks, because I'm going to give them all these 3 regions. So the Greek Empire will be rather large, or Greek nation will be a rather large one, stretching all the way to Constantinople and down there. So they got 3 regions. Yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this episode, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!